You also wrestled Eddie Kingston lately. I know you've talked about it an awful lot, but what a match that was. That got all kinds of buzz, and I don't want to say put you on the map because a lot of people knew who you were, but it exposed you to a wide audience like as soon as you're hitting the States.
Yeah, and that was always in my mind, and like I'll just say now, I'll talk about like a little bit, just a trigger warning. I'm going to talk about some mental health stuff, but like I
Sure.
went through a really bad time last year, and I spent all of last year, even to when I'd like come back to wrestling, I spent all of last year just zoned in at all gas, no breaks. Like I was just 100% go, go, go. And that was like at the end of like since May, like since June 2021 to December 2021, I was just on non-stop. My mind wasn't stopping. I was just, all I could think about was wrestling again, because I knew it was going to get me better as a person, because that's who I am. I'm a professional wrestler, bro. Like that is who I am, and getting back to that is what I needed to do to get better. And like that Eddie match, I've looked up to Eddie for so many years, and he just put out that Players Tribune article that was, really special. And I read it and I related to a lot of stuff. And I've spoken on a few podcasts since about, the love since I came back to the ring has been great, and it's what I've always wanted. But I find it very overwhelming just with my mental state sometimes. So when like I really look up to Eddie, I really look up to him as like an idol, and in that category. And to get in there with him, I know he's down to fight. I'm down to fight. We watch the same stuff, like 80s All Japan. Like we study those guys, the greats, Kawada, Misawa, Taue, and Kenta Kobashi, and they are the four pillars of professional wrestling. Like any company, like don't try and put a label on and like call yourself the four pillars, like what you doing. It's Kawada, Taue, Misawa, and Kobashi, and you'll put some respect on their name when you do so. But like I knew we were very on it in similar ways, and we were just down to fight, and that's what we did, and that's always what I've wanted to do, and that is Gabriel Kids Professional Wrestling. And I think that's the first time a wider audience saw that. And it's just been up since there. Like I feel the best I've ever felt right now, and I ain't stopping anytime soon. Like, I'm on it. Like who wants it? Let's go.
I love it. And I mean, that match did get an awful lot of buzz. And that had to feel good going into maybe an uncertain situation, new territory, new country, a lot of new things. How did you feel about the reception and the reaction to that match, that program, and your performance?
Originally, just like how I mentioned, a bit overwhelming for me, and
Yeah.
it was a lot of love that I haven't had in a while, and it was, really nice. And but I had to take a few days, take a bit of time off, and I had to have like a mental reset. And like it was it was just after the match, actually. I had to take a mental reset, and I went and stayed with Carl Fredericks in Reno at
Mhm.
Christmas, over Christmas, because I was worried about border restrictions. And if I came, I wanted, my life's in the States, so I needed to be there, have responsibilities there. And I went and stayed with Carl and just had such a great time. He took me in as one of his family, and like his family treated me like family, and I can't thank him enough for that.